Come on. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex.
Hey everyone, this is Dr. AJ, the wifepreneur. Change the way you think, look, and feel about your marriage and sex. Do you know there are 1 out of 5 married couples that are having sex maybe once a month? That's 252,000 people that could possibly be in a sexless marriage. 50%, and I'm all going from research that I've been read up on, 50% of all marriages end up in divorce. And there's 3 major reasons. 1, communication. 2, finances. And 3, sex. Well, I'm pushing the envelope. Dr. AJ wants to talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about what you can do to make that part of your relationship, your marriage, specifically better. Marriage is a ministry, everyone. You have been granted the privilege to find someone, your equal, that loves you and you guys decided to spend your life with each other. So make it blissful. Marriage should be blissful. I like to call it marriageisty, where marriage and ecstasy collides. I want to talk to you guys, especially women, about 5 ways to improve your intimacy with your husband. We women always take the back seat to sex. We like sex too. It's not just about men wanting it. We want sex too. We want that intimate, that closeness, that spiritual time with our husbands. And you know, ladies, you guys, we need to take control of it. We want to leave it up to our husbands a lot of times. And speaking with friends, married friends that I know, a lot of times and listen to, like I say, the mothers of the church give advice to the younger wives of the church. They always talk about their husbands wanting sex. I even listened to my aunts talk about that. But they never talked about what their needs are. And I know as a young woman, I deserve to have great sexual intimacy with my husband, and so do you. So there's 5 ways that you can improve your intimacy with your husband, ladies. Let's take control. You be bold enough to have the conversation. Let's have a conversation. You be bold enough to have that conversation with your husband. You never know, that may turn him on, but you don't know until you try, right? So let's try something different to make it better. So 1, I propose, and this is things that I've done with my husband. I've been in a marriage. We've been married for 5 years. Yes, and we've had some rough times. We struggle, but we're in marital bliss. And part of the reason that we've been into marital bliss is because of the sex. We communicate better. Our finances are in order. However, our sex life is not suffering. And I think that is one of the reasons why we've been able to maintain a blissful marriage. A lot of times, marriages don't end up making it to the 5-year mark. Nowadays, in 2016, is one of the reasons is sex. You want to have a lot of sex before you get married, but then when you get married, you act like you don't want to have none. And that is just not acceptable. So the first thing you want to do, ladies, date your husband like you were dating. You was infatuated with him. You was in love with him before. Start dating again. Now, if you can't do a date once a week because of your jobs, maybe now you have children in the picture, then schedule a date night at least twice a month. If you have a husband like my husband, he travels during the week. He's a truck driver. So do a date night. If you can't do it every week, do it twice a month. Twice a month, have a date night with your husband. And then when you have this date night, expect to have sex at the end of the date night. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm going to be completely honest. My parents are old school. They've been married for they've been married for 46 years. They've been together for over 50 years. And I know in old school with my aunts and uncles and my grandparents, sex, they didn't talk about it. That was a taboo issue, and they told them, you kiss a man, you're gonna get sex. If you touching a certain spot, you're gonna get pregnant. If he kiss you, you're gonna get pregnant. And those are things that my aunt and my mom used to tell me, that my grandmother used to tell them, my great grandmother, and that is just foolish. And to say, well, you ain't got, if you don't want to have sex, you ain't got to have sex. No, men like sex, and we like sex too. They told us to be shameful about our sexuality. Now, I can understand having sex before marriage. You should have sex when you're in marriage. Marriage is the license to drive and have sex. However, why should you be ashamed as a wife that in love with your husband to want sex from your husband? People still put a cloud on a wife wanting sex from her husband. I'm not understanding that. That is just ludicrous. And so spark the date. Get some romance. Put some passion into it. If you know your husband likes a certain color on you, if he told you that you look good in a certain color, surprise him. Go on a date and wear that certain color. If he likes the way your hair is, like my husband told me, he likes me with short hair. Okay, so I have my short hair. That's something that turns your spouse on. Listen, if that's something that turns them on, then on the date, do something that turns them on, so they'll be ready for you. So you can be closer, and that intimacy is on point at that date night. And you initiate that date night. Don't let him initiate it. Once you take one time out the month and you initiate that date night, whether y'all go out to dinner, if you're low on expenses, hey, go take him a nice lunch. If he works in this city, then you guys, call him up and say, hey, babe, or bring lunch to him, surprise him with lunch, or y'all go on a picnic. Do something special, or just cook dinner at home. How about get rid of the kids for that night? And when he comes home from work, everything is clean in the house. You have dinner waiting, candlelight, some nice music playing. You get some wine, whatever nice beverage he likes, and then have it ready for him. And then that will spark up something different. Number 2, show romantic gestures with that. So when y'all go out, maybe grab his hand. Initiate it, ladies. There's nothing wrong with initiating. Your husband unless something is physically wrong and something else is going on, initiate the closeness. Initiate the grabbing of hands when you guys go somewhere, or get a quick kiss. That always helps. Another thing, this is my favorite. This is what I like to do. When my husband goes off for the week, because he's gone, a lot of times he leaves on a Monday and is gone till Friday. So I'd like to either get him a card or write a nice love note. And I will put it in his, he has a bag where he keeps his stuff in. I put it in his bag so he can read it. And that will drive your husband wild. Some card to say little love things, a love note. Men like to feel appreciated. Men want to feel wanted and needed. If a man doesn't feel like he's wanted or needed, he's going to check out of the marriage. I'm letting you know, ladies. I've had this conversation with my husband. They want to feel needed and wanted. Just like we want to feel needed and wanted and affirmed, they also want it too. So just drop him a love note or a nice card and put it somewhere where he can find it when he's at work or when he's going to work, so you can be on his mind. So when he gets home, he's ready to put it down. Number 3, be sexy and seductive. Ladies, when that man want to have sex with you, do not have a bonnet on your head. Or if I like to change it up and I like to wear wigs. So put the wig on. Don't act like that, ladies. He should not be. No man can stay aroused and get aroused when you have a bonnet on your head or you have the big smock. My aunt used to wear a big smock around the house. Wear something nice. Put something sexual on. Put some lingerie on. Have the nice music on. Sit him down and do a little nice strip tease for him and take off your clothes. It's going to drive him wild that you are. First, it's going to drive him wild that you're taking the initiative. Then, secondly, you are showing him something different, another part of you, because sex can get boring and men cannot want to do it no more. You may not want to do it because it's gotten boring and mundane. You do the same things over and over again. And you want things to change, you have to do something different. So do a little strip tease. Give him a lap dance, and that will drive him wild. Massage his body. Get some nice oil from the adult store. Get some nice body oil. I suggest get the body oil that heats up and cools, or get the lickable body oil that has flavors, and do the body oil and put the body oil all over his body to make him feel good. You want your spouse to feel appreciated. You have to show. You can't just tell love. You have to show the love. And then number 4, be spontaneous. Women initiate sex. It shouldn't be your husband always initiating. If you want it, take it. Well, I don't mean, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, ladies. I don't mean rape. I mean, if you want it, then tell him. Then show him that you want the sex. And be spontaneous. Do it a different time of the day. You know the kids are gone. Give it to him in the morning. Give it to him at lunchtime. Give it to him in the bathroom. It don't have to be always on the bed. Give it to him on the floor, in the laundry room, in the kitchen, somewhere different than what you usually do, and that will drive him wild. And then number 5, lastly, offer to experiment in the bedroom. Now, my disclaimer: I'm not talking about bringing third party in the room. No third parties. This is a ministry between you and your husband. Sexual ministry. No third parties allowed. This is between two people that are committed and married to one another. And so, to change your sex life, stop doing the missionary position. There's other positions than the missionary positions. And then if you're not in tuned and don't know about those other positions, ladies, I say get a sexual positions book or a Kama Sutra book that has different sex positions in there, and try them. Then role play, that drives it. Wow, that brings up your sex life when you try different positions. It's needed. It's needed in your sex life. And then, not outrageous sex toys, but something that enhances. You want to role play or do something different? I say blindfold and handcuffs. Yes, that is always good. Blindfold and handcuffs. Hey, maybe a little whip, maybe a swing. Change it up. Make it exciting. You want to keep it nice, light, and fun. It shouldn't be always serious all the time. I'm glad that I was able to help you today to bring out the freak in you. Yes, there's nothing wrong with it. You can be a freak with your husband. Marriage is a ministry. Marriage gives you a license to drive, a license to have sex. You shouldn't be ashamed, ladies, to want to have sex with your husband and improve your sex life. You need to be having sex more than once a month. This keeps you emotionally attached, physically attached, spiritually attached. We are sexual beings, and sex in the right environment. And the right environment for sex is marriage. I'm glad I was able to help you. Please subscribe. If you like what I say, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to me or follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope. Take my love challenge. The links are below my video. I pray for good fortune in everything that you do and for your good health, that your everyday affairs prosper as well as your soul. Oh, let me hold on, you guys. I need to get something. you guys about that. I almost forgot. So you want to also enhance your sexual experience with your husband. I say get love. This is an organic, all natural sex performance enhancement supplement. This will drive him wild. He won't know what got into you. Now, how does it help the woman? It increases your libido once. It increases your that's your sex drive. It increases the moisture in that area to make it nice and more pleasurable, because a lot of times as we get in our 40s plus age, the moisture down there decreases and it makes sex a little bit uncomfortable. So this is going to help increase the comfortability of sex. It's going to increase sensation in that area, and you're more likely to reach that orgasmic experience. Yes, there's a lot of women that suffer from not having orgasms. This may help. Now, I'm not making any medical claims. I'm just going off of personal experience and testimonials from other customers that have purchased this product from me. Now, it lasts up to 72 hours, lady. It can also help with the ingredients, the all-natural ingredients. Also helps with your hormones, because a lot of times, sometimes with hormones, ladies, it can make us not want to even be touched. So this will help you want to be touched and start looking to your partner as a sexual creature, as someone that wants that intimacy with you. So I say get the love in it for women. And for your husband, if your husband is willing to try a sexual improvement supplement, now let him know that this is not saying by any means, baby, it's not by saying by any means that we need help. This is just to intensify the fire that we have in between us. And so we have the Strike Up for men. It helps intensify the love or the sexual libido. It lasts up to 24 hours. It's going to help with the sensitivity in that area, increase the blood flow. Now, no side effects. So it doesn't have any side effects like if you would think about Viagra. No, this is all natural. And from one of my customers, not making any medical claims, from one of my customers had prostate issues and decided to take it. And I want to let you know that his prostate issues subsided, and one of the symptoms that he had was the frequency of bathroom visits during the night. But he started using it, and after the first 24 hours, his frequency of going to the bathroom decreased. So I want to let you know that it can help with some other health issues. So if you want to increase your sex life and you may want to try the sex performance enhancement supplements, click the link below. And I tell you that it is wonderful, because sex is a ministry. Have marital bliss. Bye-bye.